Hi everyone, I'm Alicia Vaz and I work in the Architecture, Engineering and Construction team at Esri UK. And in today's session, we're going to explore how you can collaborate with clients using ArcGIS Hub. In today's session, I'll start by explaining what ArcGIS Hub is. We'll then explore the top 5 adoption patterns we've seen deployed here in the UK, and finish off by demonstrating how ArcGIS Hub can be used to support your project engagements. So ArcGIS Hub is a community engagement platform that's built on top of ArcGIS Online, and it's made up of 2 key components, the first of which is Hub Foundation. This is the name that we give to Hub Basic in the UK. This app gives you the ability to stand up your own website, leveraging data which can be both spatial or non-spatial, referencing applications that you've already created, and of course adding in your own narrative to communicate your messaging effectively with both internal and external stakeholders. Now these capabilities can be extended using Hub Premium. So if you're looking to engage with a wider community, this solution will give you the ability to set up events and fully enable two-way collaboration. But today I'd like to home in on Hub Foundation, an application that many of you already have access to through ArcGIS Online. Now across the globe, there are already thousands of users standing up their own Hub sites. In fact, over the past 6 months, we've seen a 29% increase in public Hub sites alone. To get you thinking about how Hub can be deployed in your organisation, I'd like to run you through our top 5 adoption patterns. So first up, we have open data. Organisations are using Hub Foundation sites to stand up their very own open data portals. To make data accessible, datasets are often categorised by theme. Here we have 2 fantastic examples. On the left, Transport for West Midlands have grouped their datasets based on modes of transportation and common themes, whereas Highways England on the right are providing data that's relevant to users throughout the different stages of a project lifecycle. This not only helps members of the public to find what they're looking for, but increasingly we're seeing staff and internal users adopting Hub sites in a similar vein. Next up, we have gallery sites. So in this adoption pattern, we're seeing organisations pulling together amazing content that they've either created themselves or found online, and started to present that information back in a really engaging way. If you're interested in learning more about gallery sites, be sure to check out the box set by Harrow Council. In at number 3, we have narrative sites. Along with providing relevant data, you might also want to highlight the importance of your dataset. Now, a narrative site adds context to your data and clearly outlines your aims and objectives to your intended audience. Here we have 2 impressive examples by Stirling Council. On the left, we have an example that highlights temporary measures the council put in place with the help of the community to make their streets safer during the pandemic. And on the right, their aspirations for the West of Highlands Way IoT project. Sites can also be used to understand business performance, understanding if organisations are hitting their objectives or perhaps falling behind on their milestones. Now, these types of sites can help to increase transparency and continue to inform the wider community. Now, this is a really dynamic example by Yorkshire Water, who have used Hub Foundation to create a public view of their drainage and wastewater management plan. Now, what's quite interesting here is that staff can also log into the same site to access relevant information. And finally, we have initiative sites, which are designed to encourage action. And this is really where we're starting to see an evolution from Hub Foundation over to Hub Premium. Now, as you can see from both of the examples by Transport for West Midlands and RSPB, the sites encourage action and engagement. This helps to get members of the public involved and provide them with a community identity so that they can actively partake in the projects. So hopefully you've been able to see from our top 5 adoption patterns that ArcGIS Hub is an amazing collaboration tool for local government agencies all the way through to non-for-profit organisations. But the use case doesn't stop there. If you're working in AEC, utilities, or even the transport sector, Hub Foundation can be a really valuable tool, especially if you're looking to collaborate with staff and clients on a dedicated project. So to demonstrate how ArcGIS Hub can be used to support project engagements, we're going to run through 2 examples. So in our first example, let's imagine that we're a contractor called Sunny Road Agency, hired on behalf of an organisation to maintain parts of the strategic road network. In this instance, we're going to explore how Hub Foundation can help us to collaborate. The first thing we can do is set up a hub site for our project engagement. To do this, we can drag and drop cards to configure the look and the feel of the sites. As you can see, this does not require any GIS knowledge or coding skills whatsoever, enabling us to stand up a site in next to no time. Now for these types of engagements, you might want to share sensitive information, so it's important that we can keep certain elements private. With Hub Foundation, we can use built-in identities to grant staff and clients access to our private site. So let's go ahead and log in. Once logged in, we can see our private content. As a contractor, my team can access project-specific tools to carry out their daily tasks, including the Incident Reporter, where they can log any new incidents on the network. We can also go back and open up the field Operations page, where we can access the appropriate mobile applications used to collect data out in the field. As a client, I can also view the latest stats on the network by using the traffic dashboard. Now, if we were to compare our project engagement site with our ArcGIS Online account, where a lot of the collateral resides, I'm sure you'll agree that our engagement site provides a more dynamic way to view and interrogate content. Not only does this help to empower our stakeholders, but it also connects disparate teams and breaks down any data silos. To give you a feel for what else can be done, let's take a look at another example. Here we have our AEC Hub site, a one-stop shop resource dedicated to the AEC community. Our site homes a collection of industry-specific resources designed to guide and inspire you on your very own GIS journey. Using banners and text, we can clearly define a narrative for the site, and in our case, start to spotlight events and, of course, customer success stories. What's brilliant here is that you can reference all sorts of materials, both spatial and non-spatial, so you could include website links, PDFs, or even documents. If you get a chance, be sure to take a look at the latest success story from ArcGIS, who are deploying ArcGIS Hub in a similar way. You can also add multiple pages to your site, so let's check out the Dataset tab. Here we can pull through vital datasets using the Data Explorer. Not only can we see the spatial distribution of the data, but we can interrogate the attribute table down below. And when we're ready, we can download the data in an appropriate format or access the data using the API, making it easier than ever to share authoritative data and increase transparency. So let's wrap things up. In today's session, hopefully you've been able to see how Hub Foundation is a collaboration tool for everyone and can be adopted in all sectors, from local government to non-for-profit organisations, AEC to transportation. We've seen how Hub Foundation can also bridge the gap between the data silos where the content resides and any executive messaging that you want to portray around your specific project. We've also focused in on one particular case study and demonstrated how we can collaborate with clients effectively, empowering stakeholders by granting them access and insight to the right tools at the right time, ultimately helping to transform the way you deliver projects. If today's session has inspired you to try out these capabilities, make sure you log into your ArcGIS Online account and try ArcGIS Hub Foundation today. If you're looking for inspiration or would just like to explore a site further, make sure you check out our AEC Hub. We'd love to hear your feedback. And of course, if you want a little bit more guidance, make sure you reach out to your account manager or get in contact with us at acpractice@esriuk.com.